Sáquenla.
No me toques. What is up, everybody? It's me, Giovanni Blanco, and this is Truck Stop Mixtape. Welcome to 2023. Can you believe it? We have made it this far. Here we are, new year. We survived 2022, and Truck Stop Mixtape is still here, going strong, and happy to be here with y'all in this new year. Today, we got a special guest, Mr. Chris Gongora, who is from the band Ward and Strangely Attractive. And he's also got his own YouTube channel called Gongs channel, where he does covers of songs that you love, but all in bass, just doing all the instruments in bass. And he's an old friend of mine. We'll be talking to him for a little bit and playing some of his videos. In fact, we'll start the show with one of his bass covers. Here's him doing Where Is My Mind by the Pixies on Truck Stop Mixtape. All bass. All bass. Yes. Welcome to 2023. Hello, everybody. My brother Chris Gongora there with Where Is My Mind. doing the Pixies classic there. All on bass. All on bass. We'll talk to him about his reasoning behind starting this channel and doing this stuff, and the upcoming news. He's got some special news for us, and all his other projects as well. How is 2023 doing so far? We're only a few days in, but has it shown its true colors yet? Does it feel exciting and new? Does it feel like it's going to be a great one? It does for me a little bit, just a little bit. I'm hopeful. I'm always hopeful. But in all honesty, so many things happening, and I'm always grateful that you're here to watch us and hang out with us and just do whatever. If you ever have any music you'd like to share with us, or anything you'd like to send our way, just find us. Oh, get this banner out, boy. Find us at trucks.mixtape.com, or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/trucks.mixtape. And we're also on Facebook and Instagram at trucks.mixtape.com. And if you'd like to use email, just send us an email to info@trucks.mixtape.com. Because we do all these kinds of things. And one big announcement that we do have is that starting this weekend, we are going to be going on Sunday Night Live. Sunday nights. Yes. Sunday nights at 7 p.m. I'm just trying to figure out what the best time is for this. Who knows? But I think I do know this. I have the honor and the pleasure to introduce my special guest, Mr. Chris Gongora, everybody. What's up, Chris? How you doing, brother?
What's up? What's happening, brother?
Tonight.
Yay! Awesome. Very exciting.
Thank you for joining me, man. How you doing?
Good, man. Thanks for having me on. Everything's working?
Everything is working. Everything physically,
right.
Technology-wise, it's all we've tinkered with it, and it's all working fine.
It's a better night. Night.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But thank you for being here for real, man.
Absolutely.
This is I like to be able to share my talented friends on the show and what they do and all the positive things they bring into the world. And you in particular, man, you've done quite a few things. And why don't we just talk right away about this, what's occupied you in the last couple of years, which is your amazing bass channel, the Gongs channel.
Yeah. My bass centric videos.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So I next week on YouTube will be my 101st bass video.
That's insane.
It took me 2 years because I was doing one every week. I think during the when the anniversary of Nevermind and Blood Sugar Sex Magic came out, I think I did 4 videos that week for Red Hot Chili Peppers and Nirvana because they were like, so influential when I was younger. But I'm at 101 videos in next week, and then after that, I'm gonna stop doing it on a weekly basis. So I'm excited, to put out that 101st and kind of stop, on the weekly thing and move on to another project.
What inspired this all to begin with, man?
Well, I started at the end of 2020, so of course 2020 was the crazy pandemic year where we were all stuck and everything, and it was Christmas. So I was like, I want to do a Christmas video, somehow, some way. So I just kind of had the idea. I love that song, "Carol of the Bells," the way Trans-Siberian Orchestra does it.
Yeah, the really intense.
Yeah, the intense rocked out version. And I was listening to it, and I was like, man, I wonder if I could transcribe all that, like everything they do onto bass. And so I was learning, every little. I had the headphones on, was trying to get all the intricacies and everything, and it's like I think I could do this. So I enlisted the help of my drummer friend, John Rodriguez, little Jay, who's an amazing drummer, and he threw down drums and I threw down everything else, and I liked it. And I was like, let me do another one. So I did Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, but I kind of rocked it out a little bit too. And I did it with John. And those are my two first kind of bass centric videos, and they worked. And I was like, let's keep going. So I kept going, and just started doing more. I in the beginning I was like, man, am I gonna have to do like nothing but songs without vocals, instrumentals? Because because if I continue this, I don't know where I'm gonna get a singer. And my original idea was I kind of wanted to get a different singer every week.
Yeah.
And I slowly but surely learned I can't get a different singer every week. That's too many singers, that was just way too much. You did, I think, my very first vocal song. Yeah, you were the person, I believe, who did the very first song.
Oh, really?
Vocals.
Was it the jam one?
That was the jam one. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And then
actually, why don't we just take a break right there? I think I have that queued.
Oh, you have it? Oh, right on.
Yeah. So this is your first vocal one. I might have spoken too soon. Hold on. I don't have it queued up. What did tell me? I have that. I think I have the Jose one. Yeah, that's what I do have queued up. I have the Jose one. But keep on talking. No worries.
Yeah. So then, I think you did two, I think. And then I was asking friends, who could, I know a lot of musicians, we know musicians and stuff, but I still couldn't, I didn't know that many to, kind of rock out however many videos I was going to do. So at some point I was like, I used to sing in bands when I was in high school. So let me see if I could still kind of sing. And I did my first vocal video with Velvet Underground. Can't stand it anymore. Can't stand it anymore. Nice. And I was like, all right, I can do this. So I just started singing songs, and playing the bass. And that's, kind of addicted to doing them because, just learning the songs, trying to work on my voice, becoming a better bass player, all that, even making better videos, learning how to kind of edit again and all that stuff, like it all kind of helped me creatively.
What were you, how did you go about picking the songs?
Most of the songs were songs that I just kind of loved, just throughout my life. So there were songs that I just kind of enjoyed and, kind of inspired me for different reasons. There was a little time in the kind of in the middle where I was like, man, I'm just not getting any views. I wonder why I'm not getting any views. So I was like, maybe I need to do more modern songs. So I did like The Weeknd, I did like Dua Lipa. And I was like, all right, those are all right. But, I wasn't feeling those. And I didn't get views from those anyway. So I was like, let me go back to the songs that I actually really love, So,
stick to what you love. Stick to what you love. Yeah.
So, just
I want to play one right now that I thought was an interesting pick. And it was Mama Tried.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did that one for Halloween because it was on The Strangers soundtrack. Yeah.
So here's Chris doing Mama Tried, the classic Merle Haggard. And it's definitely different. So enjoy. The classic Mama Tried, all bass and featuring the stellar vocals. Chris Gongora. Did you once you started singing, did you think, oh, should have been doing this from the beginning?
No. I really like collaboration. So I actually wish I could have got more musician friends to kind of, sing. And I even wanted, I threw it out every time I put out a video, but my friend Mario Garrido, who's an amazing guitarist. I don't want any guitar in these songs, but I wanted him involved. So I said, hey man, he lives up north. I was like, do you have a bass at your pad? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, do you want to kind of throw down some bass? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah. So he actually did some really good bass work. I know he was a little reluctant to kind of do it, but he killed it. But, I kind of wanted to kind of collaborate with different bass players, like do double bass, even triple bass. But, I never got the chance to kind of collaborate with as many people that I wanted to. But, it worked out.
I know that we have talked a little bit about this in the past, in the most recent past. But how did you come to playing bass? Like, why bass and not guitar or keys or singing? Because you can sing.
Well, I actually started off in a rock band playing guitar, and I say rock band very loosely because it was my very first band. So it's not like we were very good at what we did. We were all kind of still learning our instruments. But I played this guitar and I was still learning. So I, kind of played scales and, kind of blues lines and stuff like that. And somebody in the band, said, hey man, you're kind of just doing, single notes and stuff. Why don't you play the bass? Why don't you be the bass player for the band? And I always think this is a little embarrassing when I say this, but I said, man, what's a bass? What's a bass guitar? And I didn't really, know what a bass guitar was. So at that point I was kind of in high school, man, which is, even when I say that I was in high school, that's even worse to kind of say I didn't even know what a bass guitar was. Now that I said it out loud, that's horrible. But somebody that was like, hey man, listen to this little tape, and it was Mother's Milk, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and of course Flea, was on it, and I was like, oh, okay, that's what bass is. So it floored me, and kind of wanted to do what that dude was doing, and just so happens that my grandpa at the time had this bass in his room, just kind of in the corner, wasn't using it, didn't have a string.
Was it a?
I don't remember the brand. It wasn't a Fender. It wasn't like anything. It was just Joe Schmo brand. Grandpa brand. And he let me borrow it. And I put the string on there that was missing and cleaned it up from the cobwebs. And my parents were really supportive of everything that I always did. So we went out to Guitar Center and bought a small bass amp, and just started playing bass, and fell in love with it. Fell in love with the soul and the deep end of it, and haven't looked back since.
And then you and I met at LATV.
Yeah, man.
Early 2000s.
A long time ago. I don't know, a long time ago. It was
part of that.
It wasn't that long ago.
Part of that LA alternative Latin rock thing too. But you were playing with Front Row from the Peak Show.
Yeah.
And, you surprised me when we were talking earlier, because I didn't know that you were the original bass player for the Peak Show.
Yeah, man.
I was such a fan. Like I was like I told you, I mean, I must have seen like 50 Peak Show shows.
Peak Show, I've been in a lot of bands. Born and raised in LA, been in a lot of bands in LA, like you have. And man, I mean, when you get a good band, it's hard. It's hard to get a great band. You can get good bands, you can get decent bands, but a great band is something special. And that was one of the great bands that I had been a part of. it was just, we were doing something that, you know, not a lot of people were doing at the time. It was like, you know, kind of like, it was trip hop, but we had like this punk mentality that we took trip hop to, which I know it's kind of a juxtaposition, but you know, Gabriel, you know, he everything that guy touches musically, it just works. And Peak Show, man, was an amazing, I mean, the live shows that we used to do. Gabe, for those people who don't know, Gabe's a drummer, but he would play drums, but somehow he would also on certain songs be playing and like mixing, like scratching. So he'd be like scratching the records,
electronic gear next to him, and
and doing
stand up, sit down, be calling out to the crowd, and it almost seemed like he wasn't even in the back. Sometimes it just felt like he was in the front, even though he was physically.
He was like a front person all to himself. And you know, we had Derek, who's an amazing guitar player, Holland, an amazing singer, and then you know, I was like, I got to throw down hard for this man, you know. So we played a lot around town. Mr. T's Bowl, which I love. Cheese. You know, we used to play with this band called Mother Tongue. Do you remember Mother Tongue?
Oh yeah, Mother Tongue.
Big
Hollywood band. Big Hollywood.
Yeah, we would. It was awesome, man. Playing with Mother Tongue was awesome because we would switch, like, because we did a bunch of shows with Mother Tongue, and sometimes we'd open for Mother Tongue, and sometimes Mother Tongue would open for us. And it always felt like when Mother Tongue would open, they were ferocious on stage, right? So we were like, all right, let's do this. You know, we gotta up the ante a little bit. So it was awesome because I think that show of those two bands kind of were always upping the ante of the show and the showmanship of the music.
Those two bands not be more different.
I know, I know.
But high energy.
That's what we had in common.
Yeah,
that and they were just super cool dudes, and it was great to hang out with them and stuff. But yeah, those shows, that time, whatever the year that was, I always look back so fondly on that band.
It's like
it was amazing.
90s, early 2000s. Good times.
Yeah, it was a great time. Yeah.
Why don't we take a little break here? I'm gonna play. Speaking of the Peak Show, Holland's latest single.
Oh yeah, right on.
He just released a new video a couple of days ago, and might as well pop it on, right?
A little sexy.
Yes. Here she is. This is Holland Greco of the Peak Show, former bandmate of Mr. Chris Gongora. Trucks Out Mixtape.
I feel like making a couple calls to see who's down to hit the after hours. You know it gets better when the group is big. All of our friends are doing the thing, and if the kid looks fly, better say hello. He could be real nice and you never know. And if you feel shy, hey, then baby, that's cool. There's room for you in the neighborhood. Let's do it now. Don't hold back. Let's do it now. Bustin' down. We're bustin' out. Don't you wanna join me? Lay it down. The time. Just gather round. Let's have fun. We're on a fashion show. So get involved. Show me what you got. We're S-E-X-Y. Because we want to. Because we need to. We're feeling S-E-X-Y. Because we like to. Because it's good for you. We pop through speakers the whole world round. From the big city to the tiny town. Reach new heights and it feels so nice. No fights get tight. So drink your milk like a good little kitty. Makes a girl strong and the boys look pretty. Jet black hair or platinum blonde. We all shake tail and get along. Come on. Let's do it now. Don't hold back. Let's do it now. Bustin' now. We're bustin' out. Don't you wanna join me? Lay it down. The time. Just gather around. Let's have fun like no you want the sound. So get involved. Show me what you got. And everybody get S-E-X-Y. Because we want to. Because we need to. We're feeling S-E-X-Y.
Holland Greco there with SCXY, sexy. Played the song on Truck Stop Mixtape last year quite a bit, but she just released this video, and it's Holland being Holland.
Yeah.
And now Chris being Chris. You moving on from the Peak Show, did other bands and stuff, but you got really crazy busy with this band called Strangely Attractive.
Yeah, that was the band that I started. I don't even remember the year. It was 15 years ago, maybe, or something. Yeah, that's the one. But I was in a band with Gabe. He had another band called Salon K, and at that time, I really wanted to start a band, but I kind of wanted to do like a dance band. But I wanted. It's funny thinking about the bass videos. I kind of wanted all the instrumentation that you hear in dance music, all the arpeggios on the guitar and stuff, or on the keys, to be played on the guitar. But I didn't really know anybody that could play that fast. And then the guitar player that was in Salon K could play that fast. So I asked him if he wanted to kind of play in this band called Strangely Attractive that actually wasn't called Strangely Attractive yet. It was just an idea that I had. And he was like, sure. So once I had him on board, I auditioned for a singer. I got this really amazing singer from Colombia named Jupiter. And who was our first drummer? I think our first drummer was a guy named Amador. I think he was the first guy. But it started off as this, what I wanted to do was like a live dance band, but not have keys, have the guitar doing all the, and it just kind of evolved from there. So we did that for 10, 11, 12, 13 years, whatever it was. And we had a rotating, musician list of people. We ended with this amazing singer named Bala Luna. And this guy, Mario, who I was talking about, he was a part of Strangely Attractive. Yeah. And then the last guitar player was this guy named Carlos. And we actually moved on from kind of playing just music, and we started this variety show. It was like a rock and roll variety show thing, which you did a night of, and it was an awesome night. But yeah, what we did was we played music, and we had burlesque dancers and contortionists and jugglers and magicians all doing their thing in front of us as we played. And the cool thing was Bala was a burlesque dancer and like a kind of a circus performer, and I did magic. So as we would play, I'd take off the bass mid-song, and I'd come up and do magic, and then come back, and then another song, Bala would stop singing and do for some performance. So it was really cool, and it lasted. I think that lasted for like a year, and the pandemic halted that. You
guys are doing that monthly, right?
We were doing that monthly at Mal's Bar.
Legendary Mal's Bar in downtown.
I love Mal's Bar, man. Those guys are so
331
cool.
Hill Street.
Yeah, man. Herman and all those dudes are just so cool over at Mal's Bar.
Yeah, I love that place.
Yeah. So that show and that band, I think, is done. But I was kind of liking the momentum that we were having on that show and stuff. But, pandemic did what it did. So, to a lot of things.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things, man. It definitely stopped a lot. It killed the momentum of a lot of things, especially things that were happening in person, right? Yeah. But it allowed us to kind of dig deeper and find other things like this particular channel. I know you mentioned earlier that you just hit, or next week, is it the 101st video?
101st video, yeah, will be next week.
Bass video,
yeah.
And I think that's just it's a tremendous exploration of what you can bring to the instrument and what you love about it, and it's like all there in 101 videos. Yeah. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. I wanted to talk a little bit about Ward, because I know that I remember when actually around the time that I did the variety show, what was it called, by the way? The
Strangely Attractive Rock and Roll Variety Show.
The Strangely Attractive Rock and Roll Variety Show. It was actually very inspirational, because I did love the mix of things that you guys had going. Like they said, the magic, the burlesque, the music, and it was just always a fun night. But you joined this band called Ward, and how did that happen?
I was looking through Craigslist. Man,
Misconnections.
You know. I always rag on Craigslist.
I saw you at Mal's last Thursday night.
Yeah.
You were wearing the black leather jacket,
Oh, man.
with the Morrissey painting in the back.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I always rag on Craigslist, because I always look on Craigslist and there's just so much kind of crap that you got to weed through.
It's crazy.
But I found Ward through Craigslist, and I love Ward. This new band that I'm playing with called Heartless Sweetwater, I found them through Craigslist. I found some opportunities through Craigslist. So you got to weed through, but you can find some really cool, some cool finds if you kind of. For a while I was doing it every night, like at midnight. I go, let's see what was posted for the day.
Thing popped up.
Yeah,
Refresh.
see what popped up.
Only two new things.
Yeah, refresh. But Ward was a Craigslist thing, and I was looking because I had Strangely Attractive, and I changed Strangely Attractive format to what it was, the rock and roll variety show, instead of just being a band. So I was like, I just want to be in a bass player in a band. So that's why I went on Craigslist, and I was looking for projects and stuff, and I happened to see Ward on there, and Ward had put a bunch of links. So I was like, oh, this is cool. So I looked at all the links. I was like, man, this guy's crazy talented. So I reached out and kind of had a little audition, and he asked me if I would join the band. So that was already like 4 years ago, man. Like time flies.
I mean, it's
time
really
flies.
like one pandemic year.
Yeah, I know, man. Totally, it feels that way.
But you guys managed to do a lot before the pandemic hit, because I know that you toured a little bit. You played at some shows and you did a lot of recording and stuff.
We did recordings. We did music videos. We toured Mexico twice. We and when I first joined, and we had everybody in the lineup, we played a lot in LA and Morro Bay. Like we would do small things around, but we played a lot, and that was a kind of another one. We were talking about kind of great bands. I Ward him as being a front person singer is amazing. That project, pandemic happened, and it kind of slowed down as well. Just recently we made a couple of songs, so I think we put like a 2 or 3 song EP together. We shot a music video for it too. I think we put that out 2 weeks ago or something like that. It's called Been Bad, was the single I think that we put out.
I have it right here ready.
Oh, do you? Oh.
Tell me a little bit about the video.
Yeah, we hadn't seen each other since 2020. We actually played our last show at what Mr. T's Bowl turned into, which is Highland Park Bowl. So we played our last show there, and I remember after the show, I kind of gathered the band around, and I was like, "Hey guys, I think there's some changes that are kind of going to be happening. So I'm not sure we should be looking for more shows and stuff." And we were all kind of like, "Well, do you think it's gonna this I don't even, it wasn't pandemic yet. I don't even know. This coronavirus thing is really gonna be a thing." And I was like, "Yeah, I think we should probably, maybe take a little, chill from playing out live." And then all hell broke loose after that. So that was our last show, March of 2020. Yeah. And then just recently, we kept in touch and stuff. And just recently, Ward was like, "Let's put together a video for this EP." And he was like, "Let's just go rent out a studio and put up a green screen and make a video." So that's what we did for the song called Been Bad. That's great.
Well, here it is. Once again, off the new EP from Ward, Been Bad, Chris Gongora, Truck Stop Mixtape. Love sunk on you for a long, long time. I feel loving when I don't think, find trouble when I have to, everything I don't need, nothing that I want to. Love, I What a great song. Been Bad by Ward, featuring Chris Gongora on bass. So cool, man. That was really good. I will not, I'm not going to be surprised if that song pops up on our top 23 next week.
Hey, right on. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have to mention too. There's so Ward is we're making EPs and stuff like that, and putting them out. But the band that I'm playing with right now, that we actually are playing live and stuff, is called Harless Sweetwater, and I found him on
Harless, like HARLIS.
LAS, yeah, Sweetwater. And
what is that like?
So it's this dude named Harless, and he is like a.
You mean Harless Sweetwater? I know Harless.
You know that dude? That dude I'm talking about?
Lives around the corner.
Yeah, so it's like he's blues. He's blues artist mixed in with kind of like old school rock and roll, like Little Richard and Chuck Berry and stuff like that.
Are there any videos online?
Yeah. I'll send you some so you can pop. We have some live videos and stuff. But this last year actually is when I joined his band in July, and man, I felt like I've known that dude forever from July until December, because we went up to Washington. We did a tour of Washington. We've done a bunch of shows in LA. We played the Orange County Street Fair, and that was all like as soon as I joined his band. We were just like off and running. So that dude has a killer live show as well. He's amazing guitar player, amazing singer, and just a really good songwriter as well. I got really lucky. That's a Craigslist thing too. So I said crap about Craigslist, but yeah. So yeah, Heart of Sweetwater is a great band and musician that I'm a part of as well. We have a couple shows in February that's coming up too with Heartless.
Where local? Yeah,
February 2nd, I believe we're playing at the Mint.
Okay.
And February 18th, we're playing at Maui's Sugar Mill.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Maui's Sugar Mill on the 18th. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to make that show.
Yeah.
That's my local joint. So also I wanted to thank you for participating in the Nabu Wine Sunday Night Live.
That's so much fun, man.
Yeah, because you came through for the it was a holiday show, right?
The holiday show,
yeah. And man, it was such a blast to have you be involved in that. Those nights are kind of end up being really chaotic and crazy and fun.
Yeah.
It's just like we have 12 to 14 different performers, each one with different collaborators and band members, and no one. It's like we just say, all right, we're gonna do this song. Okay,
yeah,
you do the homework and come show up.
Yeah, no rehearsal.
Like, yeah, the potential for chaos and car wrecks, but it's all beautiful, man. It all ends up being like this kind of fun, crazy night, and instant friendships are forged.
I could see that, man. I definitely, when I walked in there, I was like, oh, this is like a cool, different kind of atmosphere, of just as soon as I walked in, because I didn't know anybody really when I walked in, but I saw a bunch of musicians just kind of around. And as soon as new musicians would walk in, they're like, hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? I was like, oh, this is like a little family, kind of family vibe.
And it just changes every month, man. I mean, because there's always like an influx of people coming through, and people, what we hope is that, like yourself, you come one time, and then several months down the line, if you're ever like curious or whatever, or like you like the theme, you participate again. And, it's just one of those things. We like to kind of have fun with that. And that's so cool of you to participate. So Harless Sweetwater, Ward, what else is on the horizon for you, man? Well,
that's probably it musically. There was a second where I was working with this guy named Efrain, and we were doing. He's a drummer as well. I love dance music, man. I love, I used to go to Vegas all the time, and go to those after hour clubs, and listen to Sandstorm and
house music all night long. House music all night long. Yeah.
Just freaking on the dance floor dancing, and for some reason that like etched into my soul a little bit. So I got together with this guy, Efrain, who's also an amazing drummer, but he also has a studio, and his kid is a producer. So we were gonna do some dance music. So we actually had we did one song. We made a video for it and everything, and I was kind of happy with it, but I may kind of circle back around, to that one, and maybe do some more dance music and stuff. We were gonna do the live thing too. I was gonna play bass live. He was gonna play drums live, and
Nice.
and we were kind of gonna do dance music, but I'd like to explore that again. But yeah, besides Ward and Heart of Sweetwater, that's kind of what I'm going to be doing musically. But creatively, there's a whole bunch of stuff in 2023, that I'm looking forward to kind of jumping into. And,
Like what? Like what?
Producing. I'm starting my own production company with some friends of mine.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to be producing. We're going to start off producing some like reality kind of television type of stuff. And stuff that involves magic, stuff that involves music and stuff like that. It's all going to be independently produced, and kind of see where that goes. I'm going to do some acting. I kind of, that was one of my first loves when I, first started getting creative. So I'm getting back in that again. So just kind of putting all the arms out there, like acting, producing, music, and see what kind of stuff is, out there.
Staying creative, man. Staying creative.
Got to stay creative, I know you interview a lot of people and, tell them how great their work is and stuff, but I want to turn that around, man, and say that I've always liked your approach, to kind of creativity and, how you do so many things. And, you create communities of creatives and artists and stuff that it's really cool to see, man. And I really appreciate what you do, out there in the community and stuff, It's really awesome.
Look, man, it's like we attract each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like we recognize the stuff. You know what I mean? It's like the whatever game
Recognized game.
Right. It's like
yeah.
It's what I love about it usually, and that's like almost every time, is that ego gets checked at the door and people come to participate. It's like when people see it's happening, it's like, wait, let me get in on that. And then it's magical. And it's like, sometimes as creatives, we get caught up in talking too much. You know what I mean? And it's like,
yeah.
and we don't do enough. And I'm just like, the older I get, it's like, let's talk less. Let's what is it going to be? Who cares? Let's do it. And then it'll become what it becomes. Right.
Yeah.
And that's the way to do it, man. Especially, because we do have so much talent around us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much, man, for being a part of this. And I want to say Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
All your peeps. And I hope that we get a chance to collaborate in the near future. And I'm loving hearing that it's not just bass. You know what I mean? So it's like, there might be something else that we can do. You know what I mean? It's like,
absolutely.
Maybe we should do a movie. I don't know.
I'm always down for that. Try new territory. Yeah.
Once again, the 101 video coming out very soon, and still future bass things happening on the Gongs channel. More EPs from Ward, and a whole lot of playing and music from Harless Sweetwater. Mr. Chris Gongora, positive force. Awesome representation of Latines doing it, and just an awesome person all around, man. Thank you for being here, brother.
Thank you, brother. Great to see you.
I'm gonna take it out with one of your other videos. This is I'm gonna play this one. If I Can't Have You, which is Emily Zuzik that you guys did for my BG's night that we had here. And you killed it. She killed it. She
was awesome.
Thank you all.
Thank you, brother.
Be good.
Don't know why I'm surviving every lonely day when there's got to be no chance for me. My life would end, and it doesn't
Yes, if I can't have you, Emily Zuzik, with my man Chris Gongora in the mix there. So cool to talk to him, man. Such a positive force. Love that guy. Keep doing what you're doing, man, and we will meet again. This is Truck Stop Mixtape. Thank you for being here. This is the first show of the year. I'm going to end this with saying a couple things. First off, next week, January 12th at Nabu Wines, we have this event happening. Singer-songwriter night in Nabu Wines next week's Thursday, January 12th. Mary Schindler, Bonnie Root, Will Hawkins, Rod Cordova, Cynthia Ford, and I'm missing somebody. I think I said them all. I could be missing somebody, but I'm crazy like that. And also, new time for the show. If you saw it rolling underneath, it's going to be happening every Sunday now. We're going to try this out. We'll switch it up. We'll see what happens. But for now, try it every Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific. And this Sunday, this is all going to be, this whole entire month is going to be Bowie month. So there's going to be a lot of Bowie. But this Sunday will be all Bowie. Just a full hour of Bowie. And some fun stuff in there. Some fun stuff. Because, you know, Bowie. So I'll leave you with some Bowie here by our Truck Stop Mixtape native from Switzerland, Mr. Christopher Fonda. This is him doing changes. Good night, y'all. I love you. Welcome to 2023. Let's do this.
Every time I thought I got it made, it seemed the taste was not so sweet. So I turned myself to face me, but I never caught a glimpse of how the others must see the faker. I'm much too fast to take that test. Watch the ripples change their size but never leave the stream of warm impermanence. And though the days flow through my eyes, still the days seem the same. And these children that you spit on as they try to change their worlds are immune to your consultations. They're quite aware what they're going through. Changes turn and faces strange. Changes. Don't tell them to grow up and out of it. Changes turn and faces strange. now, you're gonna get older.